We are now in a very interesting time of SEO. Google is accelerating AI overviews, ChatGPT is opening search to all users, Perplexity just made unlimited quick searches for free. AI is completely changing how people search online. A recent study shows that whenever Google AI overviews are triggered, organic click-through rates are impacted significantly, and they're at their all-time low compared to a normal search without AI overviews. Even more, there is a reported rumor that Google start testing new search AI mode internally, which is a new search mode that offers dedicated interface for users to ask questions and get AI overview-style responses, powered by Gemini 2.0. I'll be honest, with this kind of speed, all those SEO playbook we've been using in the past might become outdated in the AI age. In fact, we all need to think differently about the growth strategy, and this is what I'm going to share in this video. The less click, more growth strategy. Yes, click is declining. This is the fact. But does that mean traffic is dead or traffic is just a vanity metrics? I would say this is not as simple as a yes-no question. It depends on the context, and every changes takes time, just like how we are migrating from the 10 blue links to the AI search era. It's not an overnight flip. So while AI search like Google AI Overviews, ChatGPT has eaten up top of funnel traffic, the truth is your customers still need to visit your website to make that conversion happen. This is still likely true for most businesses. Whether you're in B2B, B2C, e-commerce, you still need traffic to your demo request page, contact us page, account sign up page, product page in order to have purchase happen. Of course, you can argue that AI agents are coming to also take over these buying actions. Yes, but in the near future, these traffic still remain important. So this is why we need the less click, more growth funnel. We're not chasing traffic for informational query that AI will answer anyway. We focus on building inference at the top, where AI is being used a lot here. In the middle, we optimize for the decision-making process. This is where users are actively comparing options, doing in-depth research, and even though AI can speed up lots of work here, it still needs human judgment to take it further down the line. And at the bottom, your money-making pages, that is where traffic still matters. These are the pages that will make a real business impact, and AI can't replace that experience yet. A good example probably every SEO would know is HubSpot. The blog traffic drop has been widely discussed in the field. There are lots of folks analyzing the reason behind this. I'm not going to add more details here. All I wanted to say is, yes, the traffic dropped a lot year on year, but the earnings also grew a lot. So it's not about traffic isn't important. It's about the quality of traffic and where you drive the traffic to. And so even click become less in the AI age, we can still grow our brand and drive business. And this is exactly where the less click, more growth strategy comes in. First, we have the top of funnel inference. We need to understand that customers no longer just rely on search engines like Google to discover new brands and products like 20 years ago. There are tons of ways nowadays to get information. So the same case for you as a brand. You have way more options to get visibility in front of your customers than just search engines. You need to change this mindset first. And this shift in behavior means that having a strong presence across multiple channels is no longer optional. In the AI age, being known is more valuable than being found. So the key is understanding that visibility creates trust before the click. Though I'm not saying to start everywhere, that's our ultimate goal, but we should be strategic and intentional when starting out. So just select 2 to 3 top channels that your target customers love hang on. And one of them should be a social media channel, as social is all about brand building. And the thing is, if you start with these core channels, you will eventually create what I call the flywheel momentum. Like in my case, YouTube has been my core channel. I'm not so active on LinkedIn, Instagram, or X, but these platforms are still growing more than I expected because of my core YouTube channel. So do your audience research. One of the ways I use is to look at the top players in your field, check where they're active on to reverse engineer the process. You can use tools like SimilarWeb or other web analytics tools, like in this case, Asana. You can see the most active social platforms is YouTube, and then double check why is the case. Are they active posting videos on the channel, or are they using inferences? And then pick a few more similar players and consider more data. But don't trust all the data. Always verify by doing fact checking. And also, you can analyze their backlink profiles. Notice what publishers mention their brands, any similar patterns you identify. Although backlink analysis doesn't tell the whole story, but that will give you lots of hints of what communities or media might be worth exploring for your brand presence. You can also look through the top website lists on Ahrefs in your industry. What are some top platforms used within your location? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook are the top 3 besides Wikipedia. And you can further filter the list by your industry. So these signal some of the top sources of influence for your target customers. Then have a quick assessment on your own. If your brand is being active on these platforms, what would be the top 2 to 3 channels you would commit on? And when it comes to content creation, don't just make basic educational stuff. Everyone is doing that with AI. Instead, think about the content that truly builds trust and influence, which means share your unique frameworks, your way of thinking on the audience pain points, jobs to be done through your experience. And this builds way more trust than just showing tutorial stuff or information. Your customers want to be inspired, and they don't need another brand sharing the same thing. Once you identify the platforms and what content to create, also understand how the algorithm works for each platform and adapt. I know everyone hates the algo, but if we want to maximize exposure, we need to understand how the algo works for each platform, just like how to do ranking in the traditional search. So if you target YouTube, go to learn about YouTube algorithms and understand how YouTube recommend videos based on your video packaging, audience retention, etc. The success metrics for this stage is not just traffic, because traffic itself no longer represents the full picture of your brand influence anymore. Instead, track metrics like your brand search demand, brand mentions, social following, direct visit. Are they growing? Like the case in Canva, you can see the brand search has grown a lot. Of course, this is a very obvious example, but you get the idea. And like HubSpot, even though they have lost their traffic in top of funnel, the brand search is still growing. Because all the efforts you're building in these top channels you selected will eventually translate back to these brand searches, mentions, or your community growth. All these are not necessarily driving traffic, but they're so important that you're gaining more influence at the top. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How about Google AI Overviews or AI search engines? How to gain a spot? My view is focus on your traditional search ranking and your brand authority first before trying to compete for a spot in the AI Overviews. And there are 2 reasons for this. First, AI Overviews ranking are closely related to the traditional search ranking, and this has been confirmed by Google that it generates results based on their core web ranking system. Like in this case, you can see the top mentioned results in AI Overviews appear in the top 10 of the traditional search ranking, and there are a lot more examples like this. And second, nowadays Google has a very high bar for what websites can get mentioned in the AI Overviews. Most of the results in the AI Overviews, they have high domain authority. And from what I've seen, the average is at least 30 or above, depending on how competitive your industry or the type of queries. If you're competing in YMYL, your money, your life topic, like health is one of them, the domain authority and accuracy requirement will be even higher. All I wanted to say is, if you are a well-established brand, very likely your domain has already gained mentions in the AI Overviews. You can track it using tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, SEO ranking. But if you're a new brand, smaller brand with less authority, you actually don't need to fight for a spot in AI Overviews. There are a lot other areas you can gain influence on the search result page, and AI Overviews is just one of them. Like the video sections featuring YouTube videos or short form videos on mobile, discussion threads, product grades, Google has been making lots of these search result page changes, and I believe there will be more coming. And eventually, these will be used by AI search as sources. So go back to the top 2 to 3 channels and content strategies we talked about and build from there, and don't stress yourself to just AI Overviews. Now, the mid-funnel. AI is changing how users research and make decisions. Even more, we now have deep research products. All is to help users to make informed decisions faster. And users are getting instant comparison right in the search results from AI search engines, deep research. So create these decision-enabling content. Try to reverse engineer the buying process. What question do your customer ask right before they make that purchase decision? What comparison do they make? Then build content around these decision points. For example, if I'm selling home cleaning services, then one of the decision questions my customer might have would be how to choose a good home cleaner, price range of home cleaning service. So these are good mid-funnel content ideas, and notice how these top-ranked AI overview results use clear structure like bullet points, table format, original research data, short paragraphs to increase the readability for both user and AI search engines and get to the point of answering the user's question. Since Google AI Overviews ranking is highly influenced by the traditional search ranking, one thing you can do is to review the existing top and mid-funnel queries that your website is already ranked in top 10 and make sure they are optimized for good readability to be picked up by AI search engines. Other content ideas like X versus Y, the best X alternatives. I would say mid-funnel content is particularly important for service or B2B business because the prospects are usually heavily researching before they make a decision. Alternatively, you can also get a list of content ideas from AI for these decision-enabling content. Again, your domain authority and your organic search ranking will be a huge determining factor in how much chance your site can eventually get ranked on Google AI Overviews. But like what I said, you don't need to just rely on AI Overviews or AI search engines. You can also do video like this example. How to choose a good home mover service. This video just ranked on the search result page as a search features and on Perplexity as well. Aside from that, make sure you have originality in your content. Google's recently updated its search quality content rating guideline. One of the biggest changes have been around low effort, low originality content. And I would say this is the first time Google has made it officially clear that these content will be considered as low quality, and which has not been such emphasized in previous version. So the key is to understand your customers' potential objections, concerns in making the decision, and find new angles to add your unique insights, research, or data to help your audience to make the decision faster, instead of competing of what already been covered in those AI overviews results. Now for the bottom funnel, here is where the conversions occurs. Usually these are your product pages, lead forms, pricing pages. So the key is to increase enough trust signals for users to convert once they land on this page and to maximize the traffic ROI. For example, if you are an e-commerce brand, include the product expected delivery date, product reviews. For B2B software, this can be a self-guided product tour, product demo, customer testimonial, FAQ, elements that can help users to finally make that decision. And so user experience optimization will be a very, very important area to be included as part of your SEO strategies. And this is also what I tell every client to do. Fix your funnel first. They just come hand in hand because I always emphasize that SEO is now a growth-focused channel. You can use behavior tracking tools like Hotjar, Full Story. If you like free tools, you can also consider Microsoft Clarity. It's completely free, so you can particularly track how users interact on these money pages and what are the potential frictions they encounter. You can also use AI to do some initial analysis. I've covered a lot in my past videos. I'll put all the links below. AI is changing search in so many ways we haven't seen before. So it's not about fighting AI for traffic anymore. It's about continuing to build trust with your target customers, helping them to make better decisions and maximizing conversions where it matters. If you're interested to know more ways of optimizing for Google AI Overviews, ChatGPT, and Perplexity specifically, I share my findings on my community. You can find the link in the description to join. When you join as paid members, you also get access to all my other feature content. All my tester prompt, demo prompts are used on my channel videos. And before you go, don't miss this video if you care about your SEO strategies in the AI age. I will see you next time.